but it's going to move.
Yes.
And when I say move, I mean it's going to go forward
Yes.
because it's built upon a foundation that is not sand.
That's right.
Something that's built on sand can be shaky and it will fall.
Yes.
The wind will blow. This little nursery rhyme, you huffed and you puffed and you blew the house down. But you can't blow this one down
That's right.
because it's built upon the foundation
Solid rock.
of the rock.
Yes.
So when people try to rip your faith and make you believe that there's nothing to it and that it won't, you're not going to prosper if you stay with that. You're not going to have any fun. I mean, you can have so much fun until, you know, sometimes it feels like, well, I don't say it feels like, but you would think, well, it's a shame to have this much fun. It's a shame to be this happy. You know, it's just, this is too bad. It's too happy. Yeah. I mean, why? And it's a nevertheless thing. I can never forget it because this season is a Christmas season, and it's a season where people are either very, very sad, or very, very stressed, or very, very happy. We have all the extremes. And they're sad because they either don't have money or don't have friends. Or, don't have money or friends. And then those that have the money are stressed because they are trying to do too much with what they have. And then the only ones that are happy are the ones that know who their name is.
Amen.
Because you know, and you don't have to have friends to know who your name is.
Amen.
And what I was about to say also was that when I don't think I'll ever forget because the Lord took me through something
Right on.
during this season
Yes.
when it seemed like I didn't have any friends and no Christmas gifts, no big dinner. But I was so happy it was a shame.
All right. All right.
So I know what I'm talking about. You know,
Yes.
I'm teaching you something that
Amen.
I was so, and I keep going to my journal looking at it several years, many years ago. And I keep looking at it, I said, boy, I remember that feeling. I was so happy. And I wrote to the devil and I said, Satan, I'm not having a pity party today. You know, I am so happy.
Praise the Lord.
And it's happy because I knew who I was.
Amen.
I knew my name.
Hallelujah.
I knew my father's name.
Hallelujah.
And he was with me
Hallelujah.
all day long.
Yes.
Lord,
Thank you.
so you don't have to have gifts.
That's right.
You don't have to have people.
Amen.
You don't have to have family.
Amen.
You have nobody but
Jesus.
your boyfriend,
All right.
your father,
Yes.
your best friend,
Yes.
whatever you want to call him.
Yes.
Grandpa, Pa,
Yes.
Papa,
Yes.
Daddy,
Yes.
whatever you want to call him.
Yes.
Praise God. He is
Thank you.
the best friend
Yes.
that I ever had.
Yeah, that's right. Amen.
What's the song the children sing about the friend? I am a friend of God, not that one. But falling in love with Jesus. No, falling in love with Jesus is the best thing
Yes.
that I ever did. Falling in love with Jesus is the best thing that I ever did. And going through things throughout my life helped me to build on the foundation of loving God. Because I remember going through, and I really thank God for enabling me to go through things. You know, like when I went to college, I was ostracized and I didn't have any friends at all. So, none in the school system. I had friends at church, but I'm talking about at school. And I remember going in when we'd have, I wouldn't be assigned a class in that particular period, but I had to stay on campus because I'd have a class later on, you know how college is. And I would find a room and slip in their room that was empty, nobody was teaching, and pray to the Lord. And then I'd leave the college and go to where I was staying and cry out to God. And I was just praying. Those were some of the best days I ever had.
Praise the Lord.
And didn't have no. I mean, I don't bring this stuff to make anybody feel bad because it wasn't nobody's fault. But it's just the system of the world at that time.
Right.
But I was ostracized, number one, because of black. And I was going to a college that was completely, the other way. All salt, no pepper.
All right.
And so
No pepper.
then they had, in all the hundreds or thousands, how many kids were in that whole college. It was actually a university, well, this college, so it was pretty big. I think there were about 7 black kids, and they were in higher, grades. They were seniors or whatever when I started going. And they were in a class where they were so uppity because they could now smoke cigarettes. I mean, that's so crazy. But, in our day, that was a big thing. When you left home, you could smoke. So they thought they could do it. Of course, I didn't do none of that, and I didn't party. So they ignored me. Nobody didn't want to have lunch with me. They would. Oh, no. So I was completely ostracized in the whole, and the teachers were prejudiced. And so I had to sit up and listen to a bunch of crap, as I call it, a lot of times, in the history. It was terrible. But I got so close to God, girl.
Amen.
I got so close to God. That was my best friend. He was my only friend. He was my only friend.
Yes.
But I tell you, I'm so glad.
Yes.
When I think of some of the things that I went through during those early years, and then, oh Lord, I can't tell you all that. But anyhow, there's some other things that I went through. And I tell you, being ostracized and put aside was not a pleasant situation, but I learned the love of God.
Hallelujah.
I learned the love of God.
Yes.
And how to love God, and that He loved me.
Yes. Amen.
And when I look back over it, what's the other song the children sing? When I look back over my life and I think things over, I got a testimony.
All right.
Yeah. So God allows you to go through things.
Yes.
He didn't take me out and, make everybody love me or somebody love me or he didn't do none of that. Or give me a friend. No, he didn't do that. But I didn't need it.
Amen.
I didn't need it.
Yes.
Because He was taking me through.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Oh, I give Him praise. How I give Him praise. Mm-hmm. Now, oh, okay. Matthew, let's go to the next one.
46.
Mm-hmm.
And about the ninth hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama
So that's the right.
sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?
Now, what I want you to see here, this was another, God Himself, Jesus, had to say nevertheless.
That's right.
Not my will,
Yes.
but thy will be done.
Right.
He had to say nevertheless. It doesn't matter if I am forsaken. He was forsaken by His disciples. The disciples were supposed to stick with Him. He had 12 that were His elders. Oh, Lord. and they were scared